Here is the best way to farm thousands of diamonds in 76 Grand Cross updated for 2025. First is just opening up the game. If you play during a big celebration, which normally happens around every 2 months, so you're able to get around 200 to 300 gems just by logging in for the course of the month. But then you also have your daily rewards with getting gems on day 2 and also day 6, which does give you 10 per week. Once you log in, the next best way to get another gem is by going to your Knighthood. However, you can only get 1 gem if you are able to log in with an active guild. So make sure to join a guild that's active to get your gem every single day. Every single day, you can get upwards of 4 gems just by doing some simple tasks, like playing PvP, using a skip ticket, doing your bosses, and then you can also get 2 more diamonds per week if you at least attempt to play the modded beast battle, and also clear a Knighthood boss. This is by far probably the most important way to get diamonds. That is through PvP. Every single week in normal PvP, you're able to claim some diamonds depending on where you rank. Even in the lowest league in bronze, you're still going to get some diamonds per week. However, the climb towards champion is where you want to go. Mostly fighting bots all the way up until masters. Getting champion should be very, very easy because the best thing about normal PvP mode is that you cannot demote towards a different league. Once you hit champion 5, you are stuck at champion 5 for the history of the game, meaning you're guaranteed a minimum of 50 gems per week. If you want some extra gems, make sure to push towards champion 1, as you can then get an extra 10 per week, which in total for a whole year gives you around an extra 500 diamonds. Definitely worth it. Getting to champion is very, very easy. Literally bring any one of these Escanors and you'll be able to clear through PvP, mostly solo, just using 1 character. Every single time you finish a story chapter, you're also going to be able to attain 30 diamonds. Currently, the whole of 70 Sins is finished, with the Fortnite Apocalypse coming out every 2 or so months. So even if you fully finish story mode, you're still going to get a little bit of flow of actual diamonds from story mode. However, there's also some more side stories. There's a few chapters already of Ragnarok alongside the sacrifice storyline with the OCs. Only going to get 1 though, because only 1 chapter is currently available. However, there is also some more diamonds alongside the Prisoner of the Sky movie collab. The achievement tab is where you can get a lot of diamonds, especially some hidden ones. Not only are you going to get a lot of diamonds just by progressing your account, in the challenges section, if you scroll down, you can get a lot of hidden gems that definitely do start to stack up by doing a bunch of boss fights alongside the modest beast. To do the challenge, all you have to do is visit a boss battle, start on the lowest difficulty, and make sure when you clear through it, you then claim the challenge to then unlock the next difficulty on hard to extreme. To get the challenge, all you have to do is clear through the stage with 1 character. However, you are able to bring a friend ally that also still counts as 1 character. So if you're a little bit underleveled, bring a friend. You should be able to clear through it very, very easy. You can do that for every single difficulty and also for every single boss battle, getting you a lot of gems just off this 1 section alone. And just like the boss battles, this also applies to a deathmatch. All you have to do is beat the boss alone on every single difficulty, also for every single boss currently in the game. When it says beat it alone, it's not like the actual boss battle where you have to do it with 1 person. All it means is you have to do it with your team rather than inviting an ally. During the early chapters of the 17 storyline, all the way up until chapter 6, you're gonna unlock a new town, and each town is gonna give you some challenges. All you have to do is visit the actual town and go up to all the townsfolk to do some challenges, which is gonna then fill up the meter. And once you then hit 100% of your town affiliation, you're then gonna get 30 gems per town. When you're starting off, this can be a really good way to get some final diamonds. The Verta stages is also another way to get some diamonds, around 15 per season. If you manage to complete every single star by doing the challenges it requires, every so often you will get some diamonds, which roughly does add up to around 60 for the whole game alone. Something that you would definitely be doing, and sometimes I even find myself doing it when I'm very, very short, just to get a little bit of extra diamonds, and that is fully enhancing SSI equipment. If you take an enchant all the way up to 5-star, you would then get 1 diamond per actual SSR equipment you level up towards tier 5. May not seem like a lot, but when you're making gear sets for every single character in the game, this does start to add up, and it can be helpful when you're 1 diamond short. The final way is through your affinity and your affection. In your affinity, if you take a character's max affinity towards level 3, you would then unlock 1 diamond for every single character in the game. With over 300 characters almost probably, you can get a lot of diamonds. However, this does exclude collaboration characters, but then also just playing and using the character character, you can also then earn a bunch of diamonds. If you head over to your affection, with every double heart representing how many characters there are in the game of that specific character, just using the character will then slowly but surely give you a bunch of affection that will then give you a full-on heart. And once you can complete one heart, you would then add up to your total, which currently mine is 138. And every single time you hit a milestone, you can get a bunch of diamonds. As you can see, we are still about halfway through, but you can definitely get a lot of gems. This is something definitely for the long run. But to give a quick tip, because I know a lot of people do this, whenever you are skip ticket missions, it does also count. So make sure when you are doing skip tickets, use characters that you don't already have max affection on, because then you can slowly build up their affection and gain an extra heart. You can definitely miss some diamonds, but if you head over towards the Ragnar chapters, right at the bottom, Grimnar's actual book of lore. If you just read through the lore, you can also get 1 diamond, and make sure to click the scroll at the top because they do give different ones each time. And then finally at the top, we have limited time game modes. Each one typically sometimes give you some diamonds depending on which one is active. So that is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you for watching, and yeah.